The opposition side in today's debate have come up here and talk all about how government is going to neglect the people's right of having their own language, of having their own identity. We see that is just ridiculous, because we see that the government, if they are working as a good government, they can promote their own language along with the official language. And I'll tell you later how that is going to increase the trade and promote diversity between the European Union, and it is going to create unity between the Union. Now, before I move on to my argument, let me state three main rebuttals toward the opposition side. On my first rebuttal, talk about how they say that we are prioritizing money over right. Yeah, if the government of the country wants to conserve their language, they can just teach their own language along with the other official language. So in that way, they can promote their own identity, and they can give opportunity to their own citizens. And I'll tell you later how that is going to give opportunity to their own people. And they say that, no thank you. And they say that currency in the countries, and they say that we say that currency in the countries in the European Union, they used to have their own currency, and now when they change to euro, we don't see that how is that destroying the European Union, and it didn't fall down. And they say that currency is not culture. We say that is just wrong. We say that currency and everything is each country's culture, and we say that there's no fall of European Union after they change the currency. Now on my second point, talking about the diversity. That diversity is going to be promoted when we use official language. How is that so? We said discrimination of culture is not going to happen, because culture is going to be shared when the people have access to other countries. How is that so? We see that by using same language, they can access to the people in the union, and they can share the culture of each country. And we see that is promoting the idea of unity within the European Union. Now on my third rebuttal, talking about how they say that the government is neglecting their own language. He said, as I stated before, that the government can promote their own language, and can be seen that the government is helping the people, giving them opportunity, and they are promoting and conserving the identity of the country. Now, from that point, the point of conflict in the country that the opposition side proposed have failed. And even if there's going to be point of conflict, that the people in the country will feel that the government is giving them opportunity on how to communicate with other countries. Now, moving on to my substantive on how promoting official language is not going to discriminate local culture. The principle behind this argument is that by using the same language, it is going to promote unity within the Union, and it is the role of the European Union to go along together to help other countries. Now I have three levels of analysis to provide to you in this substantive. On my first level of analysis, in order to achieve the EU's goal, official language is called for. Why? EU's goal is to work together to strengthen the trade together and keep the bond there, that they're going to help each other. And what are other roles of the EU? We said EU has another obligation to help the sister nations. And what does that need? That needs money. And how can money come to us? We need the trade to be stronger. We said trade can be stronger if we use the official language. So we said that is the justification of why we're going to use have one official language for every European nation. Now we see that on the point that they say that we are promoting trade, or we are promoting money over right of the people failed, because we see that it is not promoting the right, it is not promoting the money over the right of the people. We see that we are strengthening the trade, and when trade comes, opportunity is going to be given to everyone in the country, and right is not going to be destroyed. But we see that we are still conserving the language of the nation. Now we see that on that point, official language is called for, and we are doing this not only for the best of the European Union, we are doing this for the best of the world, because they are going to help the sister nation at the end of the day. Yes, ma'am?
We see as trade is still going to work even though there's not one official language. We see in order to keep the bond, we have to acknowledge there are other languages out there, and the government is still going to do it.
Other language is still going to be there, and in order to use this in the most efficient way, we have to promote official language so they can communicate with each other. Now moving on to my second level of analysis. official language strengthens the bond within the European Union. Not only trade, it is going to create the exact access to culture of each nation. They are going to now know each other more on the diversity of each country, and it is going to destroy the discrimination of culture of each country, because they're going to understand that they have different culture, and they're going to understand what that culture means. And we see that for example, when we see, if I'm in one room with one Thai person and another English person, I will go to talk with the Thai person because I'm used to Thai language more, so that the communication is going to happen when they use the same language. Now moving on to my third level of analysis, local language is still going to be kept. That doesn't mean that we're going to let the local language out and only promote official language. We're doing this to promote trade between countries, and it's going to happen if language is the same. As my first speaker has stated before, that official language is going to create more understanding when they do contracts. It's going to promote more understanding when they contact with other countries' business. Now we see that no right is going to be destroyed, so that point failed. Official language, when we promote official language in the European Union, everyone has to learn it. And what does that mean? When everyone learns it, the schools are going to teach their children on this official language, and it's going to help the children to grow up and be able to contact with other countries. And when that is so, we see that trade is promoted. For example, Thai people, we see that Thai people, not all Thai people have opportunity to learn English language, because we see that Thai language is still the official language. And now, if we promote to learn English language, now all Thai people are going to know English, and they're going to be able to step up into the international level and trade with other people. So we say that with all of these reasons, we see that our principle stands that by using official language, it is going to promote trade with the other countries which EU needs, and it is going to create access to the culture of each country. So we see that the point of right failed. With all of these reasons, I proudly beg to propose. Thank you very much.